I think the world has changed a lot because of social media, especially the art world. Because if you were an artist 30 years ago and you wanted to promote your stuff, you had to do art galleries, art shows, pop-up shops, and get the word out there by having articles in newspapers or magazines. And then if you were lucky, you would get on TV, and you had to work really hard to just have 2,000 views and just make sure people know you existed. And now we're lucky we have social media.
Welcome to #Ad, a podcast by Penji, the podcast where we discuss everything influencer marketing. We'll talk tips to help assist you in your influencer journey and so much more. I'm your host for the day, Jonathan, and I'm one of the Penji influencer coordinators. And I'm joined with a very special guest. His name is Matt Chesco. Matt, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor to have you here. So before we begin, obviously you're very popular in the painting artistry community, but would love to be able to just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you to those who have no idea who you are.
Sure. So I guess when people ask me what I do, I say I'm an artist who makes magical painting videos. So maybe you've seen my stuff on TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, or even Snapchat. I'm big on these platforms. So I make real paintings, and then I take my paintbrush and I hit the canvas to the sound of music, and then I spend lots of time editing the whole thing. And the result is really entertaining, and I'm really grateful for all the following and the views I get. But this is what I'm known for.
Yeah, I mean, and your work is just absolutely stunning. And obviously people can go ahead and like and subscribe and learn a little bit more about, your work. But my wife is actually pregnant right now, and I made up this idea where I was like, we should name our child Lord Farquaad.
Nice.
I feel like that would be. I saw your video of you posting that. That was really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. Is it a serious consideration, or is it just?
No, it's all a joke.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that would be a great name. That kid would get bullied and punched from baby to, at least 22.
Yeah, life on hard mode.
100%. So cool, man. So thank you for that. And obviously your work is stunning. So how did you begin all this? Why did you decide to why did you do this on social media?
Sorry, why did I do this on social media?
Yeah.
Instead of of what, actually?
That's a good point. I guess instead of, going into some, art expo of some sorts and doing it in front of a live audience, why did you turn to social media to do this?
Yeah, well, I think the world has changed a lot because of social media, especially the art world. Because if you were an artist 30 years ago and you wanted to promote your stuff, you had to do art galleries, art shows, pop-up shops, and get the word out there by having articles in newspapers or magazines. And then if you were lucky, you would get on TV, and you had to work really hard to just have 2,000 views and just make sure people know you existed. And now we're lucky we have social media. I mean, it's been around ever since I'm an adult, but for some people it's another world. Is something new for them. And when I started making art, I made my first post on social media about my art in 2019 in December. And so I made this painting I was proud of. It was a painting of Billie Eilish, and I wanted to promote it on my social media. And I was looking for a nice way to make a video, something original that would make me stand out from the crowd. And then I got this idea of waving my paintbrush at the canvas and having paint magically appear on the canvas. And then I spent 2 weeks working on my first video, And then I posted it on my socials. I posted it on my Instagram. And I had like 200 followers back then. It was just my family members, a few friends, and maybe a few strangers. And then this one woman I didn't know, she reposted my video in her Instagram story. And she said something along the lines of like, I watched this 20 times. This is amazing. I've never seen anything like that. And like at this time, TikTok was just becoming like a world phenomenon. It was just getting started. And then I started like watching TikToks, and I started posting on TikTok as well. And that's when I discovered the power of social media. So within 6 months, I went from 0 to 500,000 followers on TikTok alone. And I got like maybe 30, 40,000 on Instagram. And then from there, everything just started exploding. And I've never looked back. I still post on social media every week. And this is still like my main platform, the main thing I use to promote my art. And I was actually thinking about this the other day, and like I feel like doing like in real life events or like anything outside social media maybe has like less impact than like anything you can do on social media. Because like the cool thing about real life events is like people can get to know you better and get to know who you are, but you can actually do exactly the same on social media. I follow a few people on Instagram and I feel like I know them, but I've never met them. And that's something I'm gonna start using, because I've never really shared anything about myself, my real life, my real persona on my socials so far. But I'm gonna start doing more videos about like who I am and what I do on a daily basis, more behind the scenes videos. Yeah, I think social media is so powerful, man.
Yeah, I mean, especially with what you're doing, is the behind the scenes stuff, I'm sure would do equally as well. I don't know how you can turn like, brushing your teeth and combing your hair and make it as cool as the art that you do, but I'm sure you'll find a way to figure that out. So you said more or less within 6 months, you were able to grow from like 0 to 500,000. How much of that do you think is luck, and how much of that do you think is like your actual skill and your art?
I mean, I think if I was not lucky with this concept, and if it hadn't worked, I would have tried something else until it worked. So I don't like to say I was lucky. I think I worked really hard to make something that works and that goes viral. Like, I don't think my videos went viral by accident. I think I worked really hard to make my videos go viral. But for sure, I think I was really lucky in the sense that when I was just getting started as an artist, TikTok became a sensation at the same time. And then every social media platform became like TikTok in a way. And then I just started posting my stuff everywhere, and it started blowing up everywhere as well. So I think I was lucky in this way, but not in the way that like my videos go viral.
Yeah. I don't think to be honest with you, I don't think any of it is really luck, right? I think no matter how many times you would have posted, it would have gotten there, right? Because of the quality of work. So my question to you is, because a lot of times, like we talked to somebody last week, and what they said was their approach to influencer marketing was posting a lot, right?
Yes.
And I think posting a lot, that's how you get lucky, right? Whereas you are posting, you said once a week, and you're getting 20 times more views than the person that we chatted last time. So if you were to talk to somebody right now that's starting out, like, could you tell them what you would recommend as a good recipe for success in creating content? Is it a lot of content, or is it just really, really high quality content?
So the simple answer is make your videos as good as possible. And then if it takes 2 weeks, then it takes 2 weeks, and that's it. Post once every 2 weeks. Because like you can spend so many hours on a video and then it goes viral or not. But the ones that go viral, the return on your investment of time is so great that it's so worth it. Whereas if you post every day, like posting one video every day takes a lot of time, right? And it's almost impossible to create good content every day. So, I mean, if you're just getting started, find something unique that's unique to you. Find something original that people have never seen before, and make videos that are as good as you can. And if they're really good, it's gonna work out for you at the end.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to understand your strategy a little bit more about YouTube Shorts and YouTube video, because you only have about 2 videos on YouTube, right? But you do a lot of shorts.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The same is true for TikTok, right? Like a lot of your content is like bite-sized pieces. So like, could you explain your logic as to why you decide to go more very quick short form content rather than long process? Because your paintings probably take at least a week to do, if not very much longer.
So I think it's so the thing is, with long videos, it takes so much time to do, and now people's attention span is so short. People want to see something new every 10 seconds. So if you make a 5-minute video, the chances are nobody's gonna watch it. So you better do like shorter, smaller videos and post a lot of them. And also, like, I've seen a lot of YouTubers, especially, who used to make like long form content, and then when TikTok became a thing, they started getting so much less view. And I think this is because people just like I just said, people want to watch smaller videos now, shorter content, and they just want to, when they're bored, they just want to be able to pick up their phone and swipe through TikTok for like 5-10 minutes or 2 minutes when they're on the toilet or whatever they're doing. So they don't want to stop whatever they're doing to watch like a 10-minute video on YouTube. Just want to be entertained for a few seconds. So that's why I went this way. And the funny thing is, I've been doing like videos for 4 years and a half now, and I think I've only created, like, in terms of short videos, just like 30 minutes of content, aside from my 2 long YouTube videos.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, which is crazy to me, because like I was able to build like a community and a group of people who like me a lot just by creating like 30 minutes of content.
That is crazy. I mean, at this time,
I post stories and other stuff that people can consume, but in terms of videos, that's all I did, 30 minutes of content.
I mean, it's crazy to think that, 2.79 million subscribers on YouTube, TikTok, you have 2.7 million on TikTok for 30 minutes. I mean, that's, in terms of business and math, that's like some really good ratios.
Yeah, of course. But
yeah.
Like you may know, I spend a lot of time on my content, so it's not like it took me a month to do.
For sure. I have 2 more thoughts about this. You mentioned the word community, right?
Yes.
How important has been your community to help you attract new subscribers? And would you recommend that, building a community for somebody that's trying to get into the world of influencer marketing?
So I think the most valuable thing you can have as a influencer or talker or artist is a community, like people who like your stuff so bad that every time you post something, they go and like and comment. Every time you want to sell a new product, they go and buy it. And I think it's really hard to build a community with TikTok because like people don't really care about the content creators on there. They mostly just want to be entertained every 10 seconds. So unless you're really attractive, it's really hard to build like a really big following of people who really like who you are as a person. And so I think the best thing I did in the last 4.5 years was building like a Discord channel and creating an NFT collection. I made like a collection of 10,000 NFTs. We sold out in 2 minutes in 2022. And from there, I built like a really big crowd of like followers, of fans that really like what I do. Like they want to buy everything I do. They go on my Discord almost every day. I interact with them almost every week. And my recent paintings that I sold were sold to these guys. So it's really nice to have a small community of people. And these people that I got from my NFTs and that are active on my Discord and X/Twitter are really good at like bringing new fans to me because they talk to me about other people they know. So yeah, man, but it's really hard to build like a really nice fan base that really like what you do.
Would you recommend, if you were to do this all over again, would you recommend doing a Discord, or would you rather recommend doing it via email? Like
that's what I do.
List.
I think the best answer would be do as many channels as you can. Because some people spend all day on Discord. They don't really care about emails. Whereas for some people, it's the opposite. So everybody has like this one app they use every day. Me, I personally try to use all of them. So I'm on Discord, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, name it. I'm all over the place. And if you're just getting started, I would recommend you post everywhere as well. And if you're doing like TikTok videos, especially, now we're lucky that we can just create a video for one platform and repost it on all the other platforms. And you don't even have to change like the format or the proportions or anything. Whereas like 5 years ago, you had to do like a different format for Facebook, and then YouTube was horizontal only, and then it was so hard. But now it's really cool that we can just post anything on every platform.
Yeah, I'm curious from a time management standpoint. Like, you know, if you're on Discord and all these other platforms, like how do you stay grounded, or do you not mind being on your phone all the time?
I've spent a lot of time on my phone, but most people spend like, I think the average person spend like 6 hours on their phone. I probably spend about this much time on my phone, but I don't lose my time like watching TikToks or Reels or whatever. I just work because art is my job. Posting videos is my job. And I like to understand like what's going on in the world of social media. I feel like I know kind of what's going on, but I'm pretty sure I don't know anything about what's going on because it's so complex. But yeah, I mean, I like to be active a little bit everywhere. But
how do you think you organize
for sure? Oh man, I don't really have like a schedule or something I do every like 3 p.m. I just go with the flow. Maybe I check my Instagram DMs too much, or I'm sure I do something that's too much that's not healthy, but that's another story. Yeah, it works, I guess.
The one thing that I think is really interesting, and this will be like my last kind of point in conversation, is I think you do a really good job at not only the content piece, but also the selling piece, because you're like a product and an influencer, right? So like, do you, in terms of your views and like your revenue from the YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff, like does the as a business, right? Like does the selling of your collections, does that help you? Would you recommend like influencers to sell products? Obviously not paintings, but products themselves?
What do you mean themselves?
Well, let's just say
instead
like,
of having it-
Mr. Beast has, the Feastable bars, right? And
Yeah.
you obviously do paintings and you sell your paintings, but like somebody else might have like a catchphrase, right? And maybe they want to sell like t-shirts and stuff like that. So like, would you recommend, like, you don't have to sell your products, right? You could give it away, right? But you decide to sell them. So from a business standpoint, like, would you recommend selling products and also being like creating content?
Of course. So I think if you're an influencer and you have a big following, like people's attention is the most valuable thing you can have in this day and age, because if everybody is watching what you're doing every day, then you can sell them anything you want. And brands know this. This is why like McDonald's, for example, is all over the place, because they want to make you feel like they're everywhere and they're the biggest thing in the world. And if you want a hamburger, that's where you go. So if you have lots of views and lots of eyeballs on you, the best thing you can do for your bank account is probably selling products, but it's also really good for building like a community. So if you have like nice TikTok videos that involve a catchphrase or whatever, just put it on a t-shirt and try to sell the t-shirts. It can bring in some revenues, and these people who are going to buy the t-shirts are going to become super fans, because now they're invested in you. They wear your t-shirt everywhere they go. So and also, like, if you're a content creator, it's nice to make money from like ad revenues and stuff like that, but I would advise getting as many revenue streams as possible. So for me, I have countless revenue streams. I make money from ad revenues. I make brand deals on TikTok, on YouTube. I sell paintings, I sell t-shirts, I sell prints, and then I sold NFTs. I make royalties on every sale of my NFTs. And then sometimes I get paid to post something in my stories or just wear something in my videos. And the list goes on. So if you're an influencer, find as many revenue streams as possible. And then maybe one of them is going to stop working at some point. But then you have all the other ones that you can still use to make some revenues. And you never know what's going to happen. Maybe one is going to explode in a way. So I would advise having like as many revenue streams as possible. You never have too many revenue streams, I think.
Yeah, I fully support that. If we could just choose outside of ad revenue, right? If you could just choose one, which one would you recommend to somebody starting out?
I mean, if you're an artist, you should sell paintings, like one-of-ones. Because you can sell these for like lots of money, thousands of dollars, and it takes time for sure, but this is the best way to make money as an artist.
Yeah.
If you're an influencer, everybody's different. Everybody has their niche, so I'm not sure what you can do, but if you have a big following and they're like teenagers or like young adults, maybe try selling something that's not too expensive, like merch, like t-shirts, or something that's like $20 or $100. So everybody has $100, right? That they can spend on anything they like. So yeah.
Cool. Awesome, man. Good stuff. Matt, amazing business and channel that you've been able to create. And congratulations on your success. If somebody was listening right now, again, had no idea who you are, could you tell them where they could follow you?
Sure. I'm on every platform. So since my artist name is unique, You can just type in Matt Chesco on any platform, same handle everywhere. And yeah, man, if you need any business advice, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I wish I could ask him this question, just send me a DM. I check all my Instagram DMs or X DMs, or even you can even send me an email. I'm always here to help other people. And my goal as an artist is to help other people achieve their dreams and actually make sure as many people as possible follow their dreams in all of the earth. Because I think so many people are just doing whatever they want and they don't really think about what they're doing, and then they end up doing something they hate and they just keep doing it for their whole life. Oops, pardon me. So if you have any question and I can help you achieve your dreams, just send me a DM. I would be more than happy to help you out.
Awesome, man. You're a great guy. And congratulations again. You could also head over to mattchesco.com and get some pretty unique, all the paintings that you see on social media, you can also buy too that are available. Matt, thanks again, man, for your time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.